Hello, sister friends. I know the timer's still counting down, but I did not start it on time, so we're just going to begin because it is 7 o'clock. And I am ready to go. I was frantically doing my billing for speech therapy, trying to get it in before this began, and I got it done. And it's such a good feeling. I normally have all my kids on Wednesdays listed on my calendar all the way through, like every half hour, all day, all the way until like after 6 o'clock. And I had them all erased for tomorrow because they have no school, so we provide no speech therapy services. And do you know, my list of things I've added to do tomorrow is longer than my list of kids that are normally in there. It was so nice to have a Wednesday that it was like empty at first, and now boom, it's like 19 things. Don't forget, get this all done before Thanksgiving. Isn't that our lives? All right, well, we are gonna cheer up here and talk sister wives, because we had an interesting episode, didn't we, people? Let me say hello to some people who are here in the chat. My chat is hiding. Hello, LaShonda403, Stephanie Nelson, Scarlett, Danny Towns, Tracy's Fractured History, and more. Sherry Pazek, Barbara Dijak, from Arizona, Brenda Velasquez, sorry. Number 15, hitting the like button. Kathy Ferron, did I say hello to you? I don't think I did. Kathy Ferron, hello to you. Barbara Dijak or Dijak? That was from Yuma, Arizona. I wonder how that's pronounced. Okay, we have Patsy Jason in the house, Lynn Skinner, and let me just shout out to Lynn Skinner for being here as a moderator. I appreciate you more than you know. Lynn is the bomb. Let's see here. Elizabeth Murphy's in the house. Hello. She was so angry at Crody and Crybows for Sunday's episode. Not only did I yell at my TV, I actually threatened to kill them both. Sorry if I'm overreacting. It's pretty funny. All right. Hello, Elizabeth Murphy. Hello, Brandy Phillips. Hello, Danny Towns. I may have said hi to you already. Sometimes I think I say these already. I don't know if I said it because some of you are just regulars. And then I think I just said your name, but it may have just been last week that we were together. So I apologize. And some of you I'll just say again because I'm like, did I say hello today? All right. Betty B is here. Hello, Betty B. All right. Hi, gang. My husband just walked in the door. He's been away hunting for the past 10 days. I'm glad he's home, but why couldn't he have come home tomorrow? Does he not know this is our life to talk sister wives with sister friends? Come on. Priorities. Stay away one more day. 10 days, that's a long hunt. Wow. All right. Let's see here. Oh, it's nice that it's not jumping ahead. That makes me so happy so far. That's My Shoe is here in the house. Diane Wade is here. Tracy's Fractured History and more. I think I said hello to you already. Jennifer is here, aka Scarlett. Malvakai? My first live. Malvakai Payne, welcome. Glad you're here. Sister friends are amazing, so you are in good company. Mama Celeste is here. Marie Hickson is here. Okay. Michelle Hallman. Hello, Brenda. Sorry, I mispronounced your name at first. I try to go quick and then my brain goes, ugh. All right, Karen Dillon, Kitty, 1838, Sorrowful Raven. I love it when you're here too live. Brittany with an I, not Brittany with a Y. Hello. Mary is here in the house. Lisa Clark was number 49 hitting the like button. Let me know which number you all were. Welcome, Lisa. Whiskey River. Hey, girl. Whiskey River here. Angelica Wilcox is here. Mama Celeste is in the house. She said Peach. Oh, does that mean Peach is in the house? See, Peach, I didn't see your Lisa Bad. Dispatcher Badass Smith. Here's Whiskey River. Okay. Fragacula is here. Welcome back. Here's Peach. Hi there. All right. Joni Crowley is in the house. Hello. We're going to talk about the sacred cow for sure. That was a scene, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, people. This is going to be fun. I'm going to be like really hello, sorrowful raven. I am going to really be hello, Mary, jumping off of you guys today because normally I record my video that's going to be my recap video after the live on Sunday night. So it's late and then I'm up to like 1:30 in the morning. Well, I was up to 1:30 in the morning anyway, but that's because I recorded the reaction to the trailer for the second half, which just dropped today and you should have saw. And then I also did just the segment of Cody crying because he was so sad that Meri was going. The most ridiculous thing we've seen on television. Man, and the man even was able to pull tears out at one point too. I wonder what he was really thinking about to get that cry on. All right, before we begin, well, I'll hold off. I'll read those in just a second. Not a whole lot of rules here. Just be kind to each other. Please don't be mean to each other. I don't think we've really ever had an issue with that, have we, Lynn? I don't think so, but it's a rule. Maybe because it's a rule, that's why we haven't had a problem. No, it's because sister friends are amazing. That's why. We try not to say negative thing about any of the kids that are under 18 because they're minors and they didn't have a choice to be on the show. So it's just not fair to them. Tempting, but not fair. So we don't do that. And we try to keep it fairly clean. We love to use euphemisms. We like to elevate ourselves on this channel and believe that we are of a higher level of intelligence and therefore can be just as snarky without having to use words that YouTube doesn't like. So there you go. All right. Other than that, make sure you hit the like button. When you do, it goes bing. Now it has like sparkle or something and it changes color. I think it becomes red. Anyway, the number changes and do let us know what number you were when you hit that like button. I haven't mentioned this in a long time. I do have a sub channel, which I haven't even looked at in probably 4 months, but it's called Reality TV Breakdown in the event this channel gets taken down for some erroneous reason. And I'm going through an appeal process to say, we didn't do anything wrong. And then they put it back up again. In that meantime, I would be jumping over to my other channel, Reality TV Breakdown. And there's shows there too, if you're interested in any. There's a few reality shows that I've reviewed over there, so there's content over there as well, just not Sister Wives. Sister Wives is this channel. Okay. Thank you to all the super chats, super thanks, and super sticker people. Had a huge conversation with somebody in YouTube chatting the other day. Support! I had no idea what he was talking about. About the fact that the super thanks, I have no way to go back and thank them. Like the super chats pop up in the chat as we're going live, but the super thanks go on to the actual video. So I will be about my day and YouTube does send me a notification on my phone, but I could be driving at the time. And then I don't find the app to be that user-friendly, so I'd rather be on my laptop anyway responding. So the only way to know if somebody sends a super thanks is to keep looking through all of they're like, just go to your comments. I'm like, you want me to go to all 100 videos and keep scrolling through? Because people are watching everything all the time. They're going and watching old stuff. They're rewatching stuff. They found the channel for the first time and they're starting over and watching. Like, I get comments on all my videos. And so I'll get a random super thanks on a video, from 9 months ago. And they're like, yep, that's what you have to do. I said, are we working on that, YouTube? You've been around for a while. And I said that it's it's like in the works, or they're working on updating, I guess. Who knows? All right. Anyway, so let me give you a general thanks. I see your name as it pops up on my phone. Unfortunately, it's always at the most inconvenient time, but I appreciate you nonetheless. And someday, when YouTube gets it together, I will be able to respond back immediately. Or I will, as time permits, which will probably be closer to when the season ends, like during the summer. That's when I'll really catch up on reading through all the comments, but I'm trying to read as many as I can. In the meantime, if you want to guarantee I read your comment, subscribe, because they pull all those to a separate area for me to read. Which again, don't think that I'm ignoring you if I comment to people above and below you, but not you. Because it's sometimes actually kind of confusing. I don't see the whole thread if you're all talking to each other. They only pull out the people who are members into this group. And because it's a perk to being a member on the channel, that's why they do it. It's like a member perk, so they pull it out. So sometimes I'll like read it and realize people are responding to each other. Anyway, I don't want anyone to have hurt feelings and say, oh, Jenny like this one, like that one, and ignored mine, skipped right over me. I just didn't see you because I haven't been in the regular feed, which I intend to get back and read all of them at some point. Just a busy time of the year, people. Isn't it a busy time of the year? It's a busy time of the year. All right. So excited. Roll up our sleeves. Let's get going here. It's almost like I'm talking about it for the first time because I didn't do my review video, with the exception of when we talk about Cody and Meri and that scene. So let's go in order and just discuss. All right. If anyone didn't see my video I put out today, the lovely sister friends who are the bomb, way more on top of life than I am, let me know that Janelle has that new website. And she has merchandise, but the best shirt is sold out. The other two are comments, but I can't remember who said them, really. I don't know. So I'm on the fence on whether I really want to get it, or do I just want to wait until the other one comes back. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay. I was going to go order it right away, and then I thought, I don't know. Okay. It was great, Jenny. Okay, what was good? Oh, the video that went out to the recap of the trailer. You know, it was kind of fun. It's so overwhelming to do these videos. They're like, 15, 20 hours to get out a 45-minute video. I know that doesn't sound, but it is. That's why it takes me so long later in the week before I get them out. It's like rewatching, cut, edit, cut this out, and then getting, what can I do to this video to break it up? Sometimes you probably don't even notice, but I'll break up a video into 10 segments and have different coloring in it, or I'll zoom in different parts. I'll speed up or slow down what somebody says so that it passes through the copyright stuff, and they don't see it all as one. I'm learning. You notice my clips are longer? I'm learning as time goes on how to get more out at one time, how to tweak and edit it to make that happen. And I would say probably 50% of it you don't even notice, but it's just enough that it gets it through copyright strike. Anyway, that takes a long time. And then I have to find all the clips to put in because they're just funny. And every now and then when I find a really funny one, I'm like, the sister friends are going to love this one. I just know they are. Plus, sometimes they help me break up the clips too. But now I just do it for fun. It's like, it's the most enjoyable part of the process for me, is to find a reaction from some movie or television clip to Cody or Robin or whatever's going on. Ah, Betty B. I love when Jenny loses her mind and Cody opens his pie hole and spews gibberish. Honest to goodness. I even thought, I think it was the video, I don't remember which one it was now that I think about it, but at one point I thought I should go back to the recording I have of my live watching it, because I do know at one point somebody said, "Your face, Jenny." At that point, I'm like, I've never gone back and watched any of them ever. So I hope that they all look fine and nobody ever said, "Can't see you." But that's something in the back of my mind that every now and then I should go back and say, and here was my reaction in real time. All right, that'll be, and I think that was regarding the whole Cody and Meri in the truck. Oh, that's going to be good to talk about. Okay, let's see. The first note that I have written down anyway, and this is just like random notes from while we were watching, so that I had something to refer back to during commercial breaks. Isabel. Oh, okay. So we have the Christine scene. Christine is announcing to everyone, and it's gonna be interesting for me to watch that again too, because I actually kind of got confused, and maybe I was writing at the same time, but it seemed like Christine wanted to make this big deal on the television. Look at our pictures from our trip, and I don't know, she's so over the top. Maybe they would have bought into it, but I felt like this is I'm gonna show you something that everyone needs to react to, because we've done that already. Remember, like McKelty and Tony were all of a sudden on television joining. Was that Isabel's graduation? It was, because it was outside. It may have been Isabel's graduation party when they announced that they were pregnant, or she was pregnant. So because they already had that, because Christine already did that once, I'm thinking everyone automatically thought, well, there's big news. And since they went ring shopping, got a wedding venue, and are living together, or at least bought the house. Were they in it already? I can't remember. Bought a house. One would think that we're going to get married announcement was right around the corner. All right. Okay. Oh, I see my name here, Jenny. Jenny, there should be a third option to gift a membership under the super thanks and super gift. Yes, that's right. And that is all done automatically through YouTube. So if anyone gifts a membership, what happens is the gifted membership gets chosen by YouTube to somebody who's currently in the chat. And I think it's based on, I don't know if it's based on how active they are in the current chat, or if it's just in general how active they've been on my channel or any channel. I don't know. It has something to do, the algorithm picks it based on somebody who they feel is engaged, whatever that means. And that person gets a month of a free membership. And I believe it's at the second level. So, yeah, so that's nice when people give memberships. That's a nice thing. Okay. 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 Sherry says, Jenny, your eyes bugged out during the Meri being pushed into Cody. You know what, Sherry? That's what I was thinking it was. Yeah. Were you the one that, like, said it, too? Oh, yay. Okay, we'll get there. All right, so at this beginning thing, first of all, I have to say that I was loving Peyton a little bit, because even though I have always said Christine is my favorite sister wife for forever until today, it switched over the past couple of years, and it's kind of Janelle now. Janelle's my favorite. That's okay. But I still love Christine. I just feel like, quite frankly, she's getting a very bad edit from TLC. Because it's over the top and they keep replaying it. So I think they're trolling her at this point, or she's really annoying. So I don't know. Maybe it's both. I don't know. Yeah. So the whole announcement thing, I thought it was lovely that she said, Isabel, she pulled aside and she let her know before she announced it to everybody. Totally appropriate, as difficult as it was. Oh, so what I was saying about Peyton, I'm starting to really appreciate Peyton. Peyton's like, I know she wanted us to all go, ooh! And he did kind of, but then she was upset that he pointed it out, but it was on the screen. So that's why I have to go back and watch it again. It all happened just too fast for me. I think I was laughing at what he was saying and writing something down. So I'm trying to think, why was she upset? Like, she put it on the screen. He got on a knee and Peyton said, "Oh, you got engaged." And then she got upset, right? I don't know. Write in the chat if you remember what it was. I'll rewatch it as I'm doing my reaction video, which I might record tonight. You might see the same clothing again. Might record tonight after this. Because although I have 19 things to do tomorrow, on the list is not 20 things if I start editing the video, but it would be nice to kind of break it up and do it in smaller, like 20-minute segments, so it's not so overwhelming. Okay. So the one thing that I love that Isabel said, and I'm probably going to give all the same stuff I'm probably going to put in the video. Isabel said until she met David, until Christine met David, Isabel didn't realize how unhappy Christine was with her dad, which was really kind of a nice, sweet thing to say. Like, she didn't realize she was hurt by it all because that's her daddy, and she always loved her daddy, whether he was good at reciprocating it or not, and he was at times. He's just completely inconsistent. It just depended on, the whim of him. Whatever mood he was in, however much time he had for the kids on that given day. Because it's not about emotionally connecting with them. It's about if he just felt like playing. He's sadly. Okay. Let's see. So then we go to the Meri truck situation. Okay. The Meri truck situation. People, when we were watching it, I was like, did she pee her pants? Because I'm thinking, well, that would almost make sense to me why she was laughing so hard. Because it could be that laughter to cover embarrassment, which maybe that's what she was doing anyway. But I was just kind of confused by it. At first, I was like, oh, what's all happening here? And I was shocked because Cody was like, whoa, like a clown. Had these huge eyes and he's smiling. He's like, what's going on? Like, I got it with Meri. Like, any touch I get, any brush against him is good because she still loves the man no matter what. But Cody's been over Meri for over a decade. So for him to be all weird, I don't know, I hate to use the word weird. It's so basic, but bizarre means the same thing, but somehow maybe I don't like weird because this family uses the word weird a lot. Meri the most. It's like one of her favorite words, but we hear it a lot, so I feel like it's lost its meaning. It's a non-descriptive word right now to me. So yeah, the fact that when it happened, I'm trying to picture myself in the situation, and I could see myself trying to laugh off something awkward or uncomfortable. I can also see myself trying to move to get out of the way. That didn't happen. Meri bent over and full on took it. She was just like, and didn't attempt to even push back. She just kind of let down, and Cody's yelling at Nathan, but in a funny way, and laughing about the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But it kept going on, and I just started getting more and more confused. I'm like, what is so funny? I don't get it. I mean, it never was funny, but I'm like, okay, fine. And they're on a show, so you want to be a little bit animated and not hold everything. You don't want to be a Robin. Robin's terrible television. The worst. She keeps everything inside. She says very few words. She's always sad. Always. Go back in time It's not just now. It's not just because the wives are leaving. So I guess there's a little part of me that's like, okay, thank you for delivering something. But I thought at first they were just overreacting for the camera. But then I started thinking that there might be a level of maturity here considerably lower than I even thought originally. All right, let me look at the chat here. I'm chatting away. Chatting away as if I'm recording my own video here. All right. And both of them were playing into it. I think Meri kept laughing too because Cody was like laughing and smiling and he thought it was hysterical until you get to the couch interview where he's like, well, yeah, it was funny, but of course it was not funny. Because he ran running home to Robin, said, this is what happened. I just want you to know. And we were kind of laughing about it and she probably had fun. And he said, that's something sacred between me and Robin. Okay. Do we think he means that's now something sacred between me and Robin because I don't have any other wives? Because that just kind of just happened. Or was the bending over part something sacred that only happened with Robin? So that made that scene not quite so funny to Robin in the end. I mean, nothing's going to be funny to Robin. But I just wonder if he sort of revealed to us a little bit of what maybe how Robin makes Cody her best customer. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. Here we go. Christine acting like a teenager with the new car. Yeah, that's about where it is in terms of the whole game. You want to hear what's funny too? I'll put this in the video for sure. I actually thought it was comical at the time when she was explaining to Isabel, like, I know everything's fast, but it's not fast anymore. Nothing's fast anymore. It's over. It's fine. It's done. Nothing's fast. Everything's done. We got the house. We got engaged. We started dating. Like everything. We moved in. That's it. So this is it. Okay. We're going to calm down. And then there's like a beat. And then she goes, until we start the wedding planning. Well, the wedding is 9 months away. I think the wedding planning is starting tomorrow. So, I don't know. I pray that Christine just does her wedding planning with David. I hope it's just the two of them. They do it exactly like they want, but they don't try to reel all the kids in to be a part of it. I hope it becomes something sacred for the two of them, and this gives the children some time to breathe and take it in and accept it, and then just like, where do you need me to be, or what dress do you need me to buy? I hope that's how it goes. We'll see. All right. Polygamy emotionally stunted her. Yeah, I just feel like the confusing part to me is if you watch Notes to Self 444, she's not emotionally stunted. And she was born, her dad is what Christine's grandfather was. Like that, I mean, Christine's grandfather started it, but like her dad is the head of it all. So she was born into polygamy. She was, the first wife's daughter. And then married somebody through the AUB church, and they were courting other women now she ended up leaving her husband before he actually took on a second wife. But that means they're about the same. And I know they're about the same age because they were friends. So that's where I go, you know what? There comes a time where we have to take responsibility for ourselves and for our actions. And I can't constantly say, I'm immature because I had a rough life, or I'm mean because I had a rough hand dealt to me. It's just, you can't use it anymore. At one point you can, But you can't use it as an excuse to stop growing up or to stop learning or to stop improving yourselves. I'm still improving myself. I got a ways to go. Look at me. I'm talking sister wives. What's wrong with me? So I guess that's where it confuses me. And Janelle's not that way. Now, okay, we can't use that as an excuse because Janelle wasn't raised in the AUB church or in polygamy, so forget that one. But why can't I think of her name? I was just watching some of her stuff today too. Notes to self 444. She needs to change her channel to her name. Of course, mine says Senior Perspective, so there you go. Who am I to say? All right. Barbara wants to know if they're going to make us watch the wedding again. Dear Lord, I hope not. I watched 2 hours of it already. No, they can't. Can they? They can't. They can do a 3-minute clip of a recap. And then this happened for those who didn't see it last year. But anyone who didn't see it last year can just go online and watch it too. It's there. Or just come to my channel. I've got a recap review of all of it. All right. The option to gift memberships is not there. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oof. I don't know if I can see that on my end because I am always in a whole different platform. I'm going to let you guys see if you can describe and help her out. Or maybe you already did because I kind of scrolled back for a little bit. All right. All right. Hey, Kitty, you're listening to me? That's good. All right. What book should she take back to the store? See, I'm jumping around this chat, and I love that you guys are chatting with each other, so keep it up. Laura, the option isn't there. Laura's trying so hard to gift memberships. Bless your heart, Laura. Dang. I wonder if the difference is being on a laptop or being on a phone. It might look different on both of those. In terms of gifting, that could be. All right. Let's see. Jenny James thought the scene with Meri Cody and the bike was done intentionally by Meri. Many of his live with Sarah disagreed. I feel it's Nathan's doing to upset Robin. Your thoughts? I love the idea that it would be Nathan's doing to upset Robin. Yeah, because he probably doesn't like her because she's so cold that how could he possibly like her? And he's listening to the one wife he's got left in his ear who is 100% pro Meri. Now, Mary's also pro Robin. But Mary's sister might actually watch the show because I'm thinking there's no way. Well, she can watch the show because she was watching it and commenting on it last season. And it wasn't until Jen sitting next to her said, well, do you think he said that because Robin ahead of time knew he had a problem with you guys and didn't love somebody? And Mary's like, oh, what? So she didn't put 2 and 2 together at all. So maybe she does watch it and is just not making sense of it. I don't know. So, but Mary's sister maybe watches it with fresh eyes and she's removed from it, and so she can see what we all see, and that is that Meri seems to be clueless when it comes to Cody. Boy, she just seems so easy for him to manipulate her. I don't know that she's that way with anything else. She seems like she stood up to the sister wives. So he's just got a spell on her for some reason. I don't think that it was planned at all. I don't think Meri would plan that. But as he was pushing it in, I think he just thought he was being funny because guys do that. The guys think that's kind of shoving and pushing is all like you're so funny. So I could see him like, I'm just gonna keep pushing you. Cody could have yelled out, whoa, whoa, whoa. He didn't. So he went playing along with the whole thing. But the level of laughter from Meri makes me think she did not plan it. But she loved every second of it and kept running with it. I think Cody, some of his laughter was in relation to Meri laughing too, so the whole scene went on a lot longer than it needed to. I don't know. I have to watch it again to comment on it for the video. But yeah, no, I don't think it was planned. And I guess there's a possibility. I don't know that he intentionally did it because of Robin, as much as he just did it in general because he knows that Meri still liked him. And so he thought that would be funny and good TV and good for him. As annoying as it eventually became, you know, he did like create a scene, if you will. Figuracula. Yes, you loved it. Payton saying, all right, she wants us to react, so let's do it. That's so funny. Peach says he's narrating the way we would. Yeah. I had a new appreciation for Payton on this show. I didn't think much of him before, quite frankly, and I know that he's been controversial, but I really do kind of sometimes now follow some of the news stuff, but again, just don't have a lot of time. And before I did my channel, I didn't follow anything on social media at all related to Sister Wives. Just occasionally would listen to a podcast until that one season just got me all up in arms that I started searching on YouTube for more podcasters. And I couldn't get enough. I just I'm sure that they were out there. If I go back and see when somebody started their channel, I'm probably like, oh, they've been around for 4 or 5 years. I just, no matter what I put in the search box, I wasn't getting anybody else. So I had like 4 people that I was following, and then I decided to start the channel. And then there were 1 million people, so I think they were there all along. I just couldn't find them. I just wanted to hear more people say, this is insane, because that's what I was thinking. Okay, scooting down. Mama Squirrel. Cody's underwear got tighter with me. Mama Squirrel, always with a comment. Okay, since I'm going to read one of, at the very end, I read some of the comments that people write under the videos, not in the chat, live chats, but underneath the videos. And Tracy's Fractured History and More, who's here in our chat tonight, wrote, Cody's pencil does not have any lead in it. Which made me laugh out loud when I read it. I can't remember. It was in response to somebody else, and they were talking about Cody's pencil. And she just said, Cody's pencil doesn't have any lead in it. And I laughed out loud because that was the first time I heard that. I was like, good one. All right. Your laptop keeps pausing. I'm so sorry. I did notice at the beginning of the chat, too. For the last 3 lives, this weird thing's been happening where it's like, the chat has paused. We'll reconnect. It doesn't say why. It doesn't say if it's YouTube. It doesn't say if it's my internet. It doesn't say if it's the OBS software that I use to stream. And it seemed to pop up for the last 3 lives that I've been in. So I don't know what's going on. I have the highest possible streaming internet when it's working, which made me realize all these crazy candles back here from the day that we lost electricity. I never put them back. Like every candle in the house in this room as I was trying to get things accomplished. Hi, Valadia. Welcome. Okay. Oh, I just saw it again there. See, that's probably what it was. It's a golf pencil, Teresa. It's great. Right after Teresa's comment, it says, chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. At 7:38. And then again at 7:38, it says successfully connected. So it's never been longer than a second. It's always usually in the same second that it reconnects, but I don't know why it's disconnecting. So I apologize if all of a sudden, or somebody said, I put a comment in there and it disappeared. Sometimes YouTube takes them down. Some of you are naughty, but I think what happens is if you hit it right in that glitch, it just doesn't show up. Okay. Yeah, Kathy, good. That's a good observation. Couldn't tell if he was giving her a hard time or being snarky. I think it's a little bit of both. It appears, especially with the addition of David and seeing the family a little bit more, that especially McKelty, they really enjoy giving barbs, which is really insulting each other. It's just really not kind of the humor that I enjoy. Maybe I'm just too sensitive because I don't like to receive them, so I tend not to give them out. Although I will say, because I was never that way, I realized that I had one daughter, both of my daughters had a hard time with any kind of negative comment and all that, because they were just good girls. So I didn't have to scold them that much. I'd raise my voice a little bit and they'd be like, whoa, like, this is easy. I got blessed. But my second child was so incredibly sensitive that she just kept breaking down in tears if any little thing, or a teacher's like, you're not supposed to be over there now. She would just lose it. Like, I got yelled at by the teacher. She's like, I didn't yell. And I'm like, I get it. She's sensitive. So I had to start like poking fun at her and teasing her more and all that, like intentionally at home, so that it came from a place of safety and love, if you will. She's safe. And she knew that I wasn't being mean, and then I would explain, do you understand? That was just a joke. People joke like this. Anyway, so for a small part, but that's only because I needed to toughen her up. I don't enjoy it though. Just don't enjoy it. So, but I think they enjoy it. I know McKelty enjoys it. It seems that Peyton enjoys it. It seems that, or Peyton, did I say Peyton? Peyton. Christine seems to enjoy it. I think that's really it. Truly doesn't say much. And Aspen is I don't see her really doing that or participating in it. Anyway. Anywho, could be a little bit of both. Okay. I love Toby Keith. Verna, so do I. And Lynn Skinner. Don't know why we're talking about Toby Keith, but okay. Dayton lives in a van down by the river. Is that probably in response to, where's Dayton? No, I don't know. Okay. Betty B said Mary should have been going beep, 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 beep. She should have. That would have been funny. See, that would have been funny. See, then I would have laughed. Mary has some good one-liners too, but it was a missed opportunity this time. All right. I've been waiting a half a day to be petty. Jennifer, that's funny. Okay. Christine lucked out. She didn't have to take an ugly journal to Utah with her. Yeah. What did she call it? A junk journal? I've never heard of that before. Is that like a thing? And it was just covered, like, there was so much on. There's ribbons and bows and like brooches and like big chunky stuff. I mean, it was something else. It looked, it was interesting. Would have been nice for the producers to like zone in on the cover of it. I'm gonna take out that big thing. It reminded me of the book from Harry Potter that had a mouth that would eat you. It was like a big book and you opened it up and it could like, anyway, I don't remember the name of that, but that's what came to my mind when I saw it. It was just because that's sort of like this big chunky book that'll bite you. It sounds perfect for what she gave. I should have like prepared ahead of time and found a photo of that. All right. Nobody said Robin had good taste, that's for sure. Junk journal, thank you, Lori. Yeah. Patsy, I joke around a lot and even laugh at my own jokes. I do laugh at my own jokes too. I do joke around a lot. I just don't say mean things to people as a joke. In my world, and I've gotten better at it because my husband is more sarcastic. And I remember telling him, like, you can lay off the sarcasm a little bit. Because in my world, it's a, okay. And I don't want to insult people who love to insult other people. Like, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's fine. It's just not my thing. Because my perception of it is like the low-hanging fruit. It's sort of like can't think of something better, so I'm just going to throw out an insult to you. This isn't what Peyton did in this situation, but the general concept of we make fun of you for what you're wearing and what you look like or all that, and it's like, ha ha ha, that's just what we do. Don't take it personally kind of humor. It just seems like it's humor at somebody else's expense. Not necessary. So many other things we can laugh about. I mean, let's watch Sister Wives. Now, I find it different. Hypocrite right over here. I find it different when we're being sarcastic about Robin and Cody. It's just very, well, it's also not directly to their faces. This is in reaction to what they put out on film and are receiving hundreds of thousands of dollars for. So I don't feel bad about it. They wanted to give me their salaries to just not say anything. I think I'd do it. Okay. Sister friends, we're just going to start doing like vacations together in different locations because the channel's going down. All right. Let me keep moving on here. And Cody kept saying, oh, it was not okay because it was so sexual in nature. So he can't even use the excuse of, oh, I didn't think of it that way. He like came right out and he had that like little schoolboy look on his face like, this is so funny. Her butt touched my pee-pee. And then for him to admit that he hadn't done that or been in that kind of situation with Meri for 8 to 9 months. Now, we've heard Meri claim it's been the Sahara Desert between them for a long time. But he came right out and admitted it. So let's pair that with later in the episode when he's crying like a toddler over the fact that their marriage is over. He just said, we haven't been intimate in 8 to 9 months. Years. I'm sorry. Why did I say months? Years. We haven't been intimate 8 to 9 years. I don't know why are you going so fast? Why so soon? Why do you have to leave? This is terrible. You can, whoops, sorry people. You can make no sense of it. All right. Victorious. Hello, Victorious, and welcome. Nathan always seems like the lights are on, but nobody's home. Not to be mean, but maybe it's his clueless facial expressions. You know, I wondered that too. Because every now and then he will say something wise, whereas Cody never does. Everything is stupid that he says, or obvious, or wrong, or mean, or like there's lots of categories, but wisdom, I cannot recall the last time I heard a piece of wisdom from him. Possibly in the early seasons. It may have struck me as wisdom because I was unfamiliar with the lifestyle more, but then that would just be knowledge, not really wisdom. Anyway, so every now and then he'll say something. So I think he is smarter than Cody, but I do think he just sort of has a blank affect to his face, so it really does look like nobody's home. All right, and smarter than Cody, you know, where the bar is. All right, so moving on from that, we have, hi Cat. Thank you for hitting the like button, number 160, and welcome. Doesn't matter if you're late. Come anytime. All right. I was trying not to barf. All right. Yeah, you know what? That's a good question, Brittany. He listens to Cody and what Cody says, but then when he has to see him interact, he's probably confused. I'd be confused. Mary's confused. Okay. The Nathan comment was hilarious. You know, I don't know what Nathan comment you're referring to, but didn't Cody say something to the effect of saying to Nathan, you're going to be next, buddy, or it's you next time, or something like that, which I think meant the next time you move somewhere and I help you, which I'm sure is never. Have we ever seen Cody help anybody else do anything? When we're talking about this show, all we do is we see him solicit people to help him do different projects, but never once has the show followed him to, like, I have a buddy who is moving out of town and needs help moving furniture into his truck, so that's what I'm going to do today. Not a once. Never saw him volunteer, never saw him, like, yeah, that's not Cody. So I don't know that the situation is going to be different, but I suppose if he had absolutely nothing to do that day, which has got to be most days, and he just drives around and looks frantic, but he doesn't seem like he's really ever doing anything. That could be what he meant, but we could also interpret it as Cody saying, next time, it's you, Nathan. Okay, now we're moving on to Janelle. Janelle confirms that the land had a very large balloon payment at the end. She said it was really dumb and they should have never signed the contract. So now, should we marry this comment along with the fact that we have learned that for certain, Cody had complete control of the money? Janelle was just the one who was taking all the receipts and putting it in all the different buckets to organize things for their tax attorney when it came to tax time. I thought she did the taxes. She did not do the taxes. Praise Jesus. Because I would love it for Cody to get slammed on taxes. But I was scared because I thought Janelle was their tax preparer. And so I thought that she would end up in jail. But now, if we can prove that Cody was behind everything, that's something different. So I wonder if that was just her way of saying Cody should have never signed this agreement. And I know there was talk. I've never actually seen the loans, and I don't think it's not public record. So I think it's just conjecture and hypotheses and assuming that people are doing. But there was the assumption that there were balloon payments due on all four. Now, they had only lived there for like 7 years, so there couldn't have been a balloon payment due already. Right? Weren't they there for like 7 years in Vegas? So, but at any rate, maybe he just saw the writing on the wall. The market looked pretty good. They knew they'd make money on the houses. So rather than get themselves into a situation where they weren't going to be able to afford and they were going to lose all 4 houses, sell them now, move to Flagstaff, and be able to pay off the rest of the mortgage, which I would love to see those books, boy. Because they made a lot of money on the houses. I think Robin's house doubled in value. Again, she always ends up in the house that doubles in value. Well, that's because the family contributed to giving her a, $40,000 backyard. So, of course, it's going to double in value. She had a beautiful backyard. Looked like a little oasis. Looked like a resort in Mexico. Anyway, so there's a balloon payment coming. And let's see. I love how at this moment Janelle started sharing some of his narcissistic characteristics. And that is that he'll probably just put it off because he's a procrastinator and he puts things off and he's just a dreamer and he talks about what he's going to do, but he doesn't really do it or implement anything or follow through. And then when push comes to shove, and the writing's on the wall and you have to do whatever it is you've been putting off. Now suddenly there's a lot of fussing and fighting and complaining, and he's blaming everybody else for why he's in the situation that he's in. I know somebody exactly like that. I completely understood. When she said that, I was just like, bingo. Put off, not do something. Always think there's more than enough time. Just don't feel like it. Narcissist does what a narcissist wants to do. And if they don't want to do this task, even though it's something that's their responsibility, they'll be like, oh, I'll get to it. And then when it's time to do it, it's going to be like, oh, I can't believe all these meetings are coming up, and I can't believe this is happening, or I can't believe that we now have to pay for a new roof. The roof is leaking. We have to pay off the land, and I can't, there's no planning and preparing whatsoever. So she just described Cody to a T. It's going to be somebody else's fault if he can't pay it off. Yep. Oh, there you go. Laura figured it out. Laura gifted, and I don't know if this is showing up on my screen or not. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, good. Laura gifted 5 senior perspective on Sister Wives memberships to people. So you will be notified in this chat, and I think even have the ability to click on something and respond. And if you don't, I believe you get an email that'll let you know, by the way, you were gifted a membership, so this is what you can do. It's my basic understanding of it. So thank you very much, Laura. That's very sweet of you. Okay. Scarlett says, Jenny, I try not to be naughty, but my inner Jennifer sometimes slips through. Yeah, mine does too. I get ya. Hello, Chrissy from Germany. Welcome. Okay. Oh, yes, Joni. Goldilocks' hair was on display. It was not good. He was having a bad hair day, and then I guess just sweating by carrying stuff and moving it around by the end of a day. Now we know what it looks like by the end of a day. And he puts all the greasy products in that too. It just looked like it was wet. It was not good. Which is the same look that he has in his hair when he's cutting down that tree in the trailer video that day. He had this visor on. It looked all wet. It was, and he even said in that little video you saw, he's like, oh, I scrunch it with all this stuff so it kind of has that little bit of a wet look. Like, yeah, no, this is greasy look is what it looks like. Greasy. Not good. Not good. And welcome, Sonia Beach. Love to have you here in membership. Okay. Well, senior is a range, Mama Corpse Maker. I've always thought of seniors my whole life, and I don't know if this is accurate anymore because people are living longer, and quite frankly, I feel like I don't get any senior benefits. But I feel like after you hit 50, and I'm 55, so I feel like I'm solidly a senior. But now it seems like you have to be 60 to get any kind of senior benefit anywhere. All right. Yeah, when he leans over, you're right, Laura. And Lori, I don't know why I called you Laura. Lori, thank you for being here and moderating too. Appreciate you. Yes, there were many times that he'd like lean over and you just saw bright red scalp. He should not use the visor. He should be wearing a baseball cap because I think he's getting a lot of sunburn on his head. Okay. I don't know why. You know what I was thinking though? Honest to goodness. When I was actually when I was editing the stuff and I was looking at his head a lot during the edits of the last 2 videos I put out, I thought, I just don't get why he doesn't shave it or cut it really short, or, like there's so many options, right? And then I thought, yet it is the gift that keeps on giving. So maybe I should stop saying how horrendous it is, because man, it just makes me laugh. It's funny. It's just funny that he's on national television. He intentionally wants it to look like that. It's insane. Okay, who was it? Someone in the comments to the video I did on that segment between Cody and Meri said they thought it was this. We're off topic now. Off topic, squirrel. But they said they noticed Robin has her hair done and her clothing almost identical to Cody's mom. if you look back at Cody's mom pictures. So I wonder if Cody has been, because, you know, when she came in, she just dressed sort of trendy. She shared clothes with all the teenagers. Her hair was just straight, and she looked considerably younger. Like she's aged a few decades since she's been married to Cody. But it's because she wears the frumpy, ill-fitting, and poor choice of flower print shirts. I mean, I have flowered shirts in my closet, but I think it's the cut that I don't. Some of the flowers are not good too, but I think it's more the style of the blouse. Like, I feel like my blouses are just cut different or more interesting in that, and hers are just a solid. Here's the collar, and it's button up. Maybe, I don't know, but something about it is extremely frumpy on her. And then her hair and the big, almost like bouffant hairdo kind of thing. It's not truly bouffant, but it's what it makes me think of, like the big rollers, but not brushed out. So you see exactly the big rollers in the hair after they were taken out. Apparently that looks just like his mom. So I think Cody might be encouraging her towards this look because, I don't know, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of things. He had issues with his dad, so his mother was probably the one that he found comfort and love in. So he wants Robin to now be that mom figure for him. And he does listen to her when she scolds him. He like, what? Okay. I don't know. It's a real interesting philosophy that I never thought of before. It's a good comment. Made me think. Okay. Tell me what you think. Okay. Double nickels. That's right. That's me, Sam. You so crazy. The forehead pigtails. That's the best. Yeah. That's why. If you're a member of the channel too, we have some extra emojis that I created that all members of the channel, no matter what level you're at, have access to. And I made a clown one, and it has the orange kind of curly puff hair in the back, and it had a big bald forehead. So I used the same color, and I found ringlets, and so I had 2 ringlets just coming out of the forehead. That one was fun. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's because, oh, where was that? Something about the products affecting his cerebral cortex or something. I don't know. I saw it briefly and then it was gone. Excuse me. Brittany says, those gloves were officially unnecessary after watching him struggle with the screwdriver. I can't wait to edit that one. I remember thinking the same thing, and it was just brief. It went by, but it seemed like Meri was doing all the work, and he was like, he was sort of like whacking it or something. I don't remember. I just remember thinking, that's not how that tool works. Get it together. Ah, Victorious, yes. Robin wears grandmother matronly blouses. She does. They remind me of what my grandmother would wear. I just can't put my finger on exactly what it is. Here we go. So there's the clown. It has an extra ringlet in the front. Unfortunately, emojis are small. I wish we could blow them up and have them be like in the corner. Wouldn't that be fun? Or if this could be bigger. Let me see. What if I could make it bigger, actually? All right, I'll look into that another time. Okay. I would be great too if I lived with Cody, for sure. I am gray, actually. Just not giving into it. So for the person who said my dark roots are annoying to you, I pay good money for these dark roots. Could make them lighter. They're very light. Like silver light. I like my dark roots. And my hair is thinning, so the dark roots helps like kind of make it fuller. When it's all blonde, it seems more wispy and fly away. I'm just trying to explain. at some highlights. Next time I'm due for highlights again. I'll have highlights right before Christmas. I do it every other time. Did Meri really need Cody to help with the bed? Big Dracula, good question. The only pass I'm giving her is because I'm thinking production may have set this up as an opportunity for, and production would know when their anniversary was too. So I bet production actually picked the day too and said, let's do it on this day. Because there's always a Meri anniversary. We never really saw the anniversaries of Janelle and Christine, or even Robin. But Meri's anniversary, we've seen a lot of drives in cars for Meri's anniversary. And we had the Rice Krispie treats the one time, or yeah, we've seen a lot of them, or at least them reflecting back and talking about them as well. So I think, no, not necessary at all. She obviously was way more competent than he was when it came to getting everything apart. Again, would she have asked him to help her and drive the truck? That I don't know either. That's another thing that I feel like, in fairness, Meri's storyline is pretty thin outside of Robin. That's really the best storyline there is. And then Cody, I guess, would be the next best. I mean, it would be great if she was reconciling with the other wives, but that just doesn't seem to be happening. So that would be a great storyline. But since that's not happening, and since now Cody and Robin are going to kind of be out of the picture, and, we all saw what the carriage house or the bedroom makeover, how exciting that scene was. I felt like they thought, well, at least this gets Cody together with Meri. So I'll let it go on that regard, just keeping production in mind. Does she wear the garments of the AUB? No, she doesn't, Laura. They stopped back in Vegas, early on in Vegas. So they pretty much left the church, if you will, because that's a requirement of the church. Pretty much left right away. And I think it was McKelty's Patreon where she said part of the reason too was just that it was so hot in Vegas. I want to say Robin may have dressed more conservatively than the other ones longer. So maybe she wore her garments longer, or maybe she just wanted to appear as if she was wearing her garments for people to see. Or maybe she was just being conservative because, she's shy. All right. Where was Meri's dog? I don't know. Maybe Jen had it. Okay. Kathy, I haven't colored since 2016. Well, you know what, Kathy? I colored and cut my own hair essentially my entire life. My mom took me to a salon, somebody she knew when I was a kid, but definitely by the time I was in high school. As soon as I was taking care of it myself, I was cutting and coloring it myself until I was like in my 50s. And then I decided, it is time. It is time I let somebody else do a better job at it. I think part of it too was watching it on this, when I would see videos back when I was editing it, and I would see how light it was and how thin it was getting. 'Cause I used to have really thick hair, thick curly hair. A little more. And so I had to go darker, but I didn't know what darker. And then I'm like, you know what, Jenny, you deserve it. Everybody else in the world goes to salons. You can too. You can too. So I do. And I found somebody around my age. So it's a good chit chat session. And she's lovely. Does anyone think we will see Meri dating that one dude? I can't recall his name. Amos? I bet we will. because they need content. I mean, I know she didn't talk about them for a while. Like, everybody knew it was happening before she actually put it out on social media, but she had to eventually put it on social media because everybody knew about it. So it was sort of weird that she was not acknowledging those questions. But she seemed to really like them at that time. Now, I don't know if that was during the filming season that she was dating him, because it really wasn't that long. So it could have been like a part of the year that, I mean, was it like maybe 6 months, right? It didn't seem like it was that long. So maybe we won't see it. Maybe it'll be between seasons. Okay. Any... We have 188 likes and 354 in the chat. Hi, everybody. Hit the like and subscribe button if you don't mind. Then you won't miss one of these lives. Okay. If you straighten curly hair, it will ruin it and make it thin. There you go. Well, I don't straighten mine. It just does this on its own now. I've lost my curls. I think because it's so thin. I don't have that thick. I was scrunching it with product. I was doing a Cody. I was doing the curly girl method. Trying to keep the curl. And finally, I just gave up and went, why am I fighting this? Let me just go. And then when I went to actually somebody who knows how to cut hair, and she cut it in layers, then it definitely just falls straight. Although right after a wash, for like half the day, I have curls in it, and then it straightens out. And then by day 2, because I don't wash it every day, day 2, straight. What can you do? Okay, I have here, Meri at one point says that she doesn't believe either Cody or Robin or Janelle. And that made me sad, because I thought, again, we are not seeing things clearly. How can you look at Janelle and question her? What has she ever done that would make finances seem questionable? She's always been on top of everything, and she's always taken the least amount of money. I mean, you're sitting in a $5,000 a month rental by yourself, and Janelle is with all these kids in this little ranch. Does it seem like Janelle is blowing money or she's irresponsible with it? No. And then Robin and Cody, let me count the ways that we could see somebody blowing money. So when you're looking at Robin and Cody and you're looking at Janelle, how could you even possibly think, I don't know if I can believe either one of them. I just, again, really poor job on the production team in terms of follow-up questions. I think that this production team was able to skate by for many, many, many years, because it was just a sweet, nice little story about polygamists, and let's tell you what our lives are like and how normal we are. Watch us go tell people in our environment that we are polygamists and see their reactions. Oh, they don't care. Over and over and over again. That's all it was. So they didn't have to do follow-up questions. So I feel like this production team is too close. They've been the same production team. Something monkey. What is it? Something monkey. Silver monkey? No. Scared monkey? No. I can't remember. Something monkey is the name of the production team that TLC hired to do this. They were the production team that found the story, came up with the pilot, and sold it to TLC. So TLC uses them. Now, TLC also has other production teams. They're not the only one. So like now that, especially now that everyone's in different places, I believe TLC has a headquarters in North Carolina. So they would use their production team there and not make Squeaky Monkey or whatever it is have to travel there to get that footage. So you know what? Now that I say that, we should be paying attention, huh? And comparing what is it like. Of course, there's nobody to really challenge in North Carolina in terms of questions, but it'll be interesting to see if things look a little different when they're filmed there. We haven't had much. We had a couple quick scenes at Christmas, but it was fleeting, just like it was in all the locations. So Okay. Anyway. Yeah, he gets a pass, and I think he gets a pass because they're so close to him, and they're close to the family. Like I know a lot of the kids invited a lot of people from the production team to their weddings, and that like they feel they've been in their lives since they were yay high, and so the adults have been around with them for that long as well. And I know the adults really trusted them. And Cody refers to the production team as really just two guys. I mean, obviously they hire cameramen and PAs and that as well, but the company itself is two guys who started it, and the one I can't think of his name, but the one main one is Cody refers to as like having like a brother relationship with. They can barb and hang out with each other, but he knows that he always has his back. He might. Mm-hmm. He might have his back. It seems to be that way, doesn't it? Okay. Puddle monkey. There it is. Thank you, Mama Corpse Maker. Which is why the change in production schedule and why they don't favor Cody anymore. I mean, I would love that, Mama Corpse Maker. I heard that before this season came out. Is this making noise every time I hit the table with my... I gotta figure out. This arm is not long enough to... Anyway. Before the season began, I heard that they were getting rid of Puddle Monkey. But everything online says Puddle Monkey is still the production company. Along with, I can't think of the name of the other one, but there's another company through TLC. And maybe they kept them on maybe they kept them on because they literally bought a home and were living next door to Cody. So it's easy for them to do the filming there. And Cody and Robin are still there, so they would still be the ones to do the filming there. I don't know. But maybe they were told... You're on a short leash. A short leash? You're on a short... They are a leash. She's a leash. You're on a short leash. And unless you start getting more good content out of what clearly are people who could be giving you some good content, because they're a hot mess. If it's all looking so sweet and nice, like we're not interested anymore. We're going to find somebody else. So... that could be what's happening. So, like, maybe I just wish that they would do a different part of the family. Okay. Let's see. I have a couple comments about Cody smiling at everything Meri says. He keeps saying, oh, this Meri, where's she been my entire marriage? Like, what? This is nice. I don't think he realizes Meri's reacting to him. He's coming in a good mood, and therefore Meri's in a good mood. When you're with a narcissist, you don't know what's coming. So if it's a bad mood, then you try to stay away. You know not to poke the bear. You try not to challenge. You don't correct. You just leave everything as. And when everything is happy and they're in a good mood, then you can put your guard down and have a better time. Plus, she had the stress of, I'm trying to be the perfect person for him, but it's not working. And I don't even really know what the perfect person is. So he gives me a checklist, and I do it. And it's still not good enough. So so I think that's why. So she's in a great mood because he's in a good mood, and he's in an even better mood because she's being all fun and lively and all that. I'm like, it's just you're bouncing off of each other. It just makes sense. But I think Cody's the one that's originating it, not her. Because like when he came in, Sherilyn Potter, yes, Puddle Monkey. When he came in originally a couple episodes ago, and he was talking to her about their relationship after she had gone to the church for the release, that was not fun, happy Cody at all. And she just sat there and kept getting more and more defensive and leaning back. And finally she was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't know this is how this was going. I'm going to shut it down right now. I'm not here for an argument. No. And then he backtracked a little bit. And by the end, he's like, I really like you or something like that. I don't know. It was just talk about messing with somebody's head. It's a mess. All right. I was just looking at the chat here. Sabin uses her hands well. See, I told you, you can all be snarky without having to swear. Plus, swearing just puts you in a bad mood. All right, this is mean, but oh gosh. Okay. I preempt your comment, Mama Corpse Maker, just to be safe. This is mean, but I really hope the whole Robin flying off the four-wheeler because she wanted to play Speed Demon is a highlight of the next episode. That is shocking to me. It is shocking to me that she went on one. It's shocking to me that she went off the road or the path even that they had there and that she went up over a hill. Crazy. I wouldn't have done that. I know better. I mean, I've never ridden one, but that's common sense. If you're going fast over a hill, you might catch some air. That might not be good, especially if there's another hill on the other side. I didn't really pay that close attention, but it just seemed like it was hilly, and she was zooming by, and I'm like, what the heck is happening? This is the person who wanted nothing to do with any of these ever since Dayton's accident. Okay. I did take note of Cody's big gut in his shirt. Do you notice that he's wearing these shirts that are like from a decade ago or 3 decades ago? They don't fit him. They're like, he buys them too small. And I think he's trying to get that look of guys who are like muscular and they wear like the tight shirts. I think that's what he's going for. Because otherwise, why would he choose to wear such a... I'm like, it looks like a tiny little shirt. I mean, I was going to say Dayton's. No, it's not Dayton's. It's small. It's smaller than any of his boys' shirts. And you don't wear it fitted like that if it's a collared polo. It's a different style shirt that you're supposed to wear more fitted. So it's this, they're small. And because he gets them smaller, they're shorter too. So they barely cut him at the waist. Like they just look so wrong. It looks wrong. But on top of it, it now accentuates his gut, which is lovely. I guess I should not complain. That was sort of the gift that kept on giving. I kept looking over and going, 6-pack abs, yeah. You know he's sucking it in the majority of the time, and so when he is letting it go, big balloon gut sticking out. That was fun to watch. Oh, I did find... Okay, let's talk about Robin coming now. Robin. Oh, before we do that, let me read off the names of our big supporters. Level 2. Let me separate this here so that I don't... Our big supporters, our second level of membership are Carla Colson, Alexandria Swan, Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, That's My Shoe, Lisa True, Knit My Bit, Elizabeth Murphy, and Lynn Skinner. Thank you for being big supporters. We also have exclusive SOS supporters, and me calling out your names are part of the benefits of the levels. So the highest level, and these are the people that are could be available for our live on Sunday nights, but they can watch the rewatch if they want to, if they can't make it. And they are Tracy TFHAM, Evie, the Budget Stitcher, Kendra MP, Laura McWilliams, Rain Lady, Ladybird's Mom, Fawn, Cheryl Smith, Steam Frog 99, Living an Eclectic Life, Sarah Lewis, Libby Scher, Sean J, Marie Crabb, Waldo's Mom, Sherry Pazik, Laura Bondurant, Sharon, Dee Dee, Lisa F, Danny Towns, I'm Your Huckleberry, Ms. Lita, Julianne Kinkle, Michelle, Sunrise Sunset 1111, Kaylin, I don't know why, brain, Donna Redman, and Jessica Denham. All right. Thank you all. And everybody, the exclusive SOS supporters, the big supporters, and all of you keep the lights on supporters. And there's a lot of you are scrolling up above for the whole live chat. figured it out, people. I figured it out, you know, just give me some time. All right. All right, so Robin comes, and it was like a lead balloon, or like the air being let out of a balloon, wasn't it? Wasn't it sort of like bum, 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 which I'm sure is a sound effect I'm going to find and put in when I edit that video. It just, everyone's laughing and having a good time, and she gets out of her car, walks around, and right away everyone went, oh, like nobody knew she was coming, it seemed like, or at least not at that time, because you know Cody wouldn't have been laughing and having a good time with Meri if he knew Robin was coming around the corner. Yep. So at least the whole backing up scene was over, but they were still laughing about it and carrying on. And that might be why they got so quiet and everybody just kind of stood there and looked at her like, oh no, the principal's here. Everybody was scared. Platinum tiny shirts. I'm gonna write that down. That might be a good emoji. Tiny shirt. I don't know if you can tell if it's tiny though in an emoji. If I make it too small, you won't see it. Okay, there's our Grim Reaper. Yes. So she went to see the Grim Reaper and said, oh, Mary's like, oh, hi. I felt uncomfortable watching that scene. Not because of the laughing and what was going on and the fact that all of a sudden she showed up. That, I mean, if anything, that was kind of funny. And I think good editing. I think they did a good job of like cutting the sound or something. I don't know. I have to watch it again. But, oh, on the other account, Tracy's Fractured History, I just went with this account for the upgrade. Oh, Tracy's Fractured History and more. TFHAM. Got it. Thank you, Tracy. All right, I'm trying to keep up with you. And some people move different levels too around. So like, it'll be like, oh, they're not in there. Oh, but they're over at this level. Oh, no, they're at this level. So there's that jumping around that happens too. And we had a few other people. Who was it? Not Aaliyah. Not Ashley. It was an A. Alyssa. Alyssa has a new name on here too. She's our Sunset Sunrise now. Gosh, I hope she's not trying to be incognito. Alyssa, you need to message me if you don't want me to tell you that. Come up with another name, and I swear I won't say it's you. I think you just changed your name though. And that happens a lot. A lot of you are like, oh, I used to be this, I'm now that. Okay. All right. So did anyone else feel uncomfortable watching them? I felt like Meri didn't know. It felt like the same conversation that Meri had with Janelle, actually, which is kind of surprising because this is supposed to be her bestie. I wonder if Meri felt like, okay. You know she felt like this because of the comment she made later on. I feel like she felt like this is my last time with my husband of 33 years. So if I want to joke around or laugh around or be frisky or laugh or whatever, I'm going to do that. And I don't care because by the time it airs, I'm long gone and I won't see either one of them because Robin is really not responding to me now anyway. So there's no way after I leave, she's going to be reaching out and us getting together. So I feel like Meri felt like that chapter had been closed with Robin and now she was in the process of closing the Cody one. And then Robin reappears. Boom, boom, boom. She's like, oh, shoot. I'm in trouble. So it just felt really tense between them. It's like neither one knew what to say. Meri was uncomfortable with her being there. Meri was probably thinking, how long was she on the other side of the truck, which I can't see because there's no windows in there. Was she listening to everything that was going on? So she felt probably awkward about that. Like, oh, how much did she hear? Because she doesn't look happy, but she never looks happy. But, you know, she didn't look happy. And I just thought it was rich that on the way over there, she's talking to the camera and saying, was it in the car? Was she talking to the camera? At some point she was talking to the camera and saying, oh, I was going to come and help her, but everything in me just said no, because, it's against this move. So could you say something more selfish, Robin? This isn't what I want. I know it's what's best for you. And I know it's what our husband is making you do. And I know you don't even really want to do it. But I'm not going to support you through it at all. Because I don't want to. Thanks for being honest. Unbelievable, that woman. Unbelievable that she said that. Have we ever seen Robin lift a finger? We talked about this Sunday night. Ever? To help another sister wife in need? Have we ever seen her lift a box for anybody else? All we've ever seen is her bitch and moan and complain to Cody that she didn't have enough time to pack up her house in Vegas before they had to move. Because I think she thought she was the only one that had a house to pack up. She had his help all the time. I'm sure he was there all the time. All the wives said he showed up in the evening because he was at work, and his work was at Robin's house every day. So every fourth night, he'd show up in the evening, eat dinner, go to bed, leave. First thing in the morning, back at Robin's house. So he was there helping her pack, lift, move, do all that stuff. I've never seen her help anybody else. Never. Now, the number of times we see Meri and Christine helping each other, moving across the country, and it's nice, isn't it? I like it. It's just sort of like that. That's what family does. Or good friends even, like you help each other out. She claims she's a sister almost to Meri and that she's one of her best friends, but won't even allow Meri to come over to see her children, who Meri likes a lot, and the children who like Meri. I don't know. Maybe Robin is believing some of the stuff that happened in the past with the kids, so she doesn't trust her, because I know she doesn't trust Gwendolyn with her kids, and maybe she doesn't trust Meri around her kids either, unless she's also there. But she could have been there. She didn't have to drop them off. I don't know if she ever let Meri watch those kids by herself. I don't know. And nor do we have any details on that story. All right, but Robin full on crying. I mean, come on. Robin and Cody were the two that kept crying over the fact they kicked Meri out of the family. It's just unbelievable. If you were trying to describe this story to anybody else who hasn't, so like, what's happening now? Well, why is she sad? Dunno. Why is he crying? Dunno. Who's the one that got kicked out of the family and had to move? The one who's handling it just fine. The one laughing like a hyena. I don't know. Maybe it was a coping mechanism. Not sure. Goodness. Yes, she's too pretty to cook and clean and raise the kids. Absolutely, Lynn. You're right. All right. Yes, Brittany, I forgot about that. She couldn't even pack her house to move to Lehigh. Not to Lehigh. She couldn't pack her house from Lehigh to move to Vegas. Everyone else packed their own houses. Robin? Nope. All the other kids had to come over and help her. She had all that stuff still in the car. She barely had a couple boxes on the floor. That's it. Like 5 minutes worth of putting stuff in boxes is about all we saw. Other than that, all the kids were there wrapping dishes. And she's standing in the kitchen talking to them. Unbelievable, that woman. Oh, well, it's going to be fun this summer when we go back and start at season 1. Dang, we're not going to get through much, though. I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out. I feel like we have to do like 5 a week to catch up. And even then, I don't know if we would catch up. No, all right. Let's keep going. What time is it? I gotta All right, this is just too much. Oh, Meri did say when Cody's like goodbye to Robin, dude, you get her all the time. That was real interesting. So that's the comment that made me think that Meri was not happy that Robin even showed up. That Meri thought, this is my final hurrah with Cody. And she got more out of it than she probably has in the past 8 years. So she was probably, I mean, it seemed like she was on cloud 9 too, because she's reminiscing about how things were back 30 years ago. All right. Cody's saying there's no rule book to make polygamy functionally workable. I just need to point out there is no rule book to make any marriage functionally workable. You have to just figure it out. You talk to people with experience in it. Talk to people you respect who've had long marriages. You ask people when it's difficult times how they work through it. And you learn to give a little. Sacrifice is part of it, but yeah. Okay. Who was it that said this? There was a mature man as one man and one woman. Oh, that was back with Christine and David. I thought that was an interesting line. I enjoyed that. When David was saying that Christine said that she has a sister wife, he thought, oh, is that what this is going to look like? Because he said, I don't do that. That I believe it should be one man with one woman. And I just wrote mature man next to it. An immature, childish young man would say, the more women I can get, the better. Sounds good to me. I'm not going to think through the logistics of any of the difficult stuff. I just am thinking about how every night I get some. Lovely. Okay. I have the word redundant written here. Who knows what that's from? Could have been Robin, could have been Cody. I don't know. Oh, goodness. All right. The severance package line came up again, which was disappointing to me because it was such a good line and it was so funny when she said it the first time. It's not funny the second time. And look at me. I'm just going on and on and on. Let me chat some more. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Cody, Chrissy says, is allergic to work and good communication. Absolutely. I wonder how long it'll be before Cody and Robin are talking crap about David. It's a good question, Mama Corpse Maker. And I feel like it's beginning already because where we are, they just met David. Okay, so they probably just think nothing of it. And then the more they're hearing how much everybody likes him and how nice he is and how great he is and how in love they are and how it's their soulmate, blah, 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 it's going to grate on both of their nerves more. And we see, if you watched the video that I put out today, and if you didn't, what's wrong? It's because you're here. Watch it later. So I did a review of that trailer for the second half of the season that was at the end of the episode on Sunday night. And in there, I point out the fact that when Cody's cutting down the tree and screaming and throwing his helmet and having a temper tantrum, that's the exact same day and time, because you even saw all the stuff flying around, the pulp from the tree flying around. He's sitting on the log with the pulp all over his shirt with Robin wearing the exact same thing. We've never seen Robin with a ponytail in her life. This was the only time. So that was the dead giveaway. This was the same time, because like that head, you can't get the hair around that big head to get it into a ponytail. So she must have been growing it out and got all excited and like, I'm sporting a ponytail. I'm like, oh no, don't do it again. So she and he were wearing the same thing as in the wedding episode. I think I said in the trailer, but it was actually in the wedding episode last season when they cut to Cody and Robin for their opinions on the wedding. And Cody's like, well, I just found out she's engaged from, I saw the wedding invitation on my sister's table. I think I cut that line out of it. But so I thought that was funny. And Robin's like, and then Robin shares, I just hope they can be happy. Nothing like trying to put the malarca? What do they call it? There's different curses. Different people have putting a curse on them. I hope they can be happy. She didn't say, I wish them well. I wish them much happiness. I hope they can be, like it's an impossibility or it's going to be difficult for them to do that. I just hope they can be happy. Poor things. It's really where she was coming from with that comment. So I feel like it's already there. There's already resentment or bitterness or jealousy or I don't know, all of the above. I think so. All right. Meri wasn't happy that she showed up. You could see it on her face. Yeah, she seemed shocked. I saw it popped up on my phone and I clicked on it. There was I follow one thread of sister wives on Reddit. And now I get notifications from it, apparently. I think I was just ignoring them for a while. One of my stocks went down. Anyway, it said, look at Meri rolling her eyes as Robin was hugging her. So I clicked on it really quick to see the picture. And, I just took a picture of my screen. It does look like she's kind of rolling her eyes. Now, it could just be that her head is up that she's doing it, but from that angle, it did kind of look like, oh, geez, yeah, I'll give you a hug. The whole thing was awkward. It's really uncomfortable. At one point, Cody says that Robin was terrorized. Oh, by the jokes. That's when they were talking about the jokes. Jokes of polygamy. So it wasn't like really sexual jokes, although I think Christine always kind of did make them a little bit. But he said that Meri and Christine would always he called them polygamy jokes. I think they're just sexual jokes in general. Like they enjoyed sexual banter, if you will. And he said Janelle and Robin never did. And I mean, you can see that with Janelle. She's just very straight-laced and shy, and she doesn't like attention, and she doesn't like it when other people are doing things to gravitate attention towards them if she's in proximity or associated with them. And that's just Janelle's nature. She's just like, you do you, boo. I'll be over here in the corner, and I'll be happy to be over here in the corner. But Robin, I think she always saw herself as head wife. And so she never really thought, like Cody would say, like, I barely sleep with them. And I mean, starting from the time they got married, he basically wasn't sleeping with Meri anymore. So one was already down. And then Christine said that, it was just, you could count on one hand how many times a year. So that was really down. Janelle's the only one that may have had a possibility of it happening more often. But we don't have any details. All Janelle says is when they had it, it was good. It's good. It's good. Mm-hmm. It's fine. We don't have a problem in that area. I'm sure Robin hated it when she said that. I hope she keeps saying it too. Oh, but it was really good. I love the idea that she does stuff for him that Robin doesn't do or can't do. As she tries, and she doesn't have the Midas touch like Janelle does. That'd be great. So, so she doesn't like it at all. And to describe that situation, Cody says she was terrorized by those jokes. So what I said on Sunday night is that if we're going to use that kind of terminology, she was terrorized by jokes over the fact that people were having sex who were having sex, and that terrorized her. We can then make the connection that I was in an abusive situation prior to coming to the Brown family is a huge exaggeration. She just revealed her cards there, or Cody revealed her cards for her by saying that, I mean, we've already seen it. I mean, she's like, everything is unsafe. Everything is unsafe. So we're already using terminology to describe situations that are safe, maybe are uncomfortable. Robin calls them unsafe. So yeah. So now this whole situation with David, husband number one, this is extra confirmation to me that I don't think he did anything in that realm to her at all, especially since we now know some people, notes to self 444. Somebody throw her name in here for me because it bothers me that I'm not using her name. And it just keeps escaping me today. Anyway, that she said he's delightful and his family's all great, and that her husband knew him and said he's a great guy. He went on to marry this beautiful woman, and they had like 5 kids. That looks like I was going to say, it looks like a Christmas card. I think it actually was a Christmas card that I saw when I saw them together. Somebody posted a picture online of a Christmas card of them at some point last year or the year before or whatnot. And I saw him and I'm like, what a gorgeous family. Yeah, like he just looks like he's got it all together. So she's probably jealous of that too. Hello, Joanne Hayden. Notes to self 444. Yeah, but Melanie. Thank you. Yes, her name is Melanie. Melanie said he's a fine man. And that her husband, help me out, what's his name? He's also on the chat with her. He knew him growing up really well. All right. Yeah, his new wife is way prettier than Robin, and she smiles too. Yeah, Becky, that Christmas card I saw, swear to God, like, they could sell it to stock photo places if people wanted to use a picture of the perfect family at Christmas time. They were gorgeous. And large, too. He had more than 3. All right. Terrorized. Cody, we had something special and it all went to shit. Nothing you did. Nothing you did, Cody. Right? Nothing he did. And like, this was in the video that I already put out, so I should make that video tonight and start putting it out, because I'm not going to have to do this entire segment, because I didn't mean to make the video as long as it was. I didn't mean for it to be half an hour long. It meant for it to be a 10-minute video just talking about specifically, what was it even? There was one thing that was driving me crazy about that scene, and I wanted to talk about it, and I ended up just talking about the whole scene. I ended up just going through the whole thing. Couldn't help myself. Couldn't stop. I don't remember what it was, but there's one thing that really irked me, and I thought, I'm going to put this out now. Just get it off my chest, because it'll be a long time before I can edit this video. All right. Christine and David are like the cool grandparents Cody will never be. 100%. She's like the cool grandma to anybody. She would be the cool grandma. You know what? I think Meri would be a cool grandma too. And Janelle too, in a different way. Janelle would be the very nurturing, I'm always here grandma. Like, I'm always present. I don't want to use the word safe again. I'm always present. I'm always here. Loving. There's probably cookies on the kitchen table and milk in the fridge, grandma. Quintessential. Christine's always going to be the fun grandma. And Hunter even said, Christine's just a good time. Whenever you get together and Christine's there, you know it's going to be a good time because she's a good time. I totally see that. So it's going to be the same way if she's your grandma, she's going to be in love with all those grandbabies, that it's going to be fantastic. And she's just going to be over the moon. So she's going to be a fun grandma. But I think Meri would be too. I really do. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? I think she'll be the laughing grandma. But it would be different. I think Christine definitely has the edge in terms of being the coolest grandma. She'd probably be the coolest grandma out there. The most fun one around for sure. All right. Oh, Tracy. Preston should have his own show just so we could learn about him and learn about Robin's. Oh. I mean, I would love it. No. Locks on Robert. Robin is a grandmother. Don't do that. Don't touch that. Don't go there. No. Sit. Don't. And this is coming from somebody who is probably a slight helicopter mom myself. I always had a fear things were going to go wrong. And so I did probably protect more. And it might also be because I had two very, very girly girls that like curls in their hair. And every morning I had a limit to 11 hair things in my daughter's hair when she was in preschool, my oldest daughter. She wanted to like pull back and then put in a ponytail, and then this put in a ponytail, and then take more hair up and put it in another ponytail, and then put that ponytail together in the back and put another, it was like all those balls and flowers and everything. She would pick them all out ahead of time to match whatever outfit she had. And I figured out a whole system that got to 11. And then that was the maximum. I couldn't get any more in. Like, that's it. She didn't even have that long of hair. Her hair was about as long as mine. 11, that's your maximum. And that's how many things. I mean, girly girl. She wore dresses every day. Oh, I got some amazing dresses at a garage sale. The wealthy neighborhood next to ours. Laura Ashley dresses. I remember them talking to each other afterwards going, I can't believe I just sold that for $7. In garage sales, a $7 dress is an expensive dress. But I'm like, listening to her, I spent over $100 on it. Over $7. I bought 10 dresses at that garage sale. So she could wear dresses all the time. And if they got torn or muddy or I didn't care. Girly girls. Both my girls. So I think because of that, I didn't have the rough and tumble boys that are like, well, they're going to break something. They'll learn. Because they would like to just sit and read a book and play with their stuffed animals. Okay. I think that led into me not pushing them to be adventurous. But not like Robin. Good Lord, not like Robin. Okay. All right. Mandy, isn't Janelle selling t-shirts or something now? Yes. JanelleSays.com. JanelleSays.com. Watch the video I just put out today. I talk about it. I have the logo in the corner, and then I have the website listed underneath me as I'm talking about it because it came up during it's the trailer video on the trailer of the second season. Yeah. And she has, it's like I don't know why she didn't just keep it with Tata Farms stuff. Like, I know it's not Tata Farms, but Tata Farms could have its snarky line as well, or its Sister Wives line as well. She didn't have to do a whole separate. So it's like, it's called Janelle Says, and there's supposed to be sayings that she said, but I don't remember the other two. And the one that sold out, what is the one that sold out? That's the only one that, like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's I would have totally gotten that one, but everybody got it and it was gone. And the other two I don't remember her saying. Like, maybe she thinks them. I think we should be writing her and telling her these are the sayings you need to put on your shirts. This is what we want. All right. That is such a funny name. Mother hen of Damn If I Know Farms. Preston Jessup's show. Oh gosh, it would be amazing. don't understand why nobody in that family has started a YouTube channel. Or TikTok, I guess. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. I look at TikTok, but I don't have my own TikTok. I don't know if TikTok, I mean, now that TikTok does long form stuff, maybe it does. I don't even know how the revenue goes with that or anything. I'm not familiar with it. Maybe it's more lucrative. Maybe I should be looking into it. I had too much to do. One platform's enough. But I think that they could make bank by telling all the secrets. Everybody's going to want to know. Everyone's going to want to watch it. And they could tease. The things we're going to talk about next episode are boom, boom, and boom. Ah! Yes. I mean, I'm watching Maddie, and she hasn't really, she said in the first episode she was going to spill some dirt. So it's going to be coming. But until then, it's a lot of the other girl. I don't know who she is, so I don't care. Bless her heart. She seems lovely. Just don't know her, just don't care. All right. Oh, have you ever seen the top of your head? These questions for Cody. Oh. Such good stuff in chat. I can't wait to go back and reread all this. People, if you're just joining now at some point, go reread the chat. And Lindsay Lovecraft joined us. I'm here. Welcome, Lindsay. All right. Have we gotten near the end? Meri would be the grandma with all the dogs. What kid wouldn't like that? Absolutely. Oh, could you imagine if you had a grandmother that had like 3 or 4 dogs running around? It'd be the best. My poor daughter, who's actually finishing up vet school right now. We never had a pet. Poor thing. Oh, rotten mom. Oh, goodness. My mother had a dog till it passed away. And then during most of her growing years, there was no dog there. And then she got another one. By then she was kind of like middle school, high school, which she still loved the dog, obviously, but I feel bad. Okay. Cody, I'm in the video well, I talked about this really in the other video. What did you think? Cody said that we had such a great thing. Everything was going great. And I think now he's like projecting and talking about just like the family in general. Like, it was so great. It was so wonderful. And Mr. Amnesia doesn't remember everything he did during COVID. And he's like, I just don't understand. It's just that everybody else decided this isn't important. Like, really? That's your takeaway? That's your interpretation of the past 5 years. Everybody else, everything was going great. All the wives were happy, all the kids were happy, and the wives just decided, I don't think family's important anymore. I'll leave. For no reason. And Cody had nothing to do with it. He's just innocently standing by, confused by it all. It's really unbelievable, isn't it? The things that come out of this man's mouth. I don't understand it. And the whole sad and mourning thing. So mean that he said to Meri, I'm so glad you came. I'm sorry about the past 7 years, i.e. we've had no intimacy since well before we got here, but clearly nothing's happened here. We don't even really go on dates, maybe on your anniversary because you insist. Other than that, I have nothing to do with you. For 7 years. And then eventually, he tells Robin, I can't wait until she leaves. She's not leaving. I will kick her out. I will finally do it. She's like, you can't do that. I don't have a choice. She has to be the one. She's not going. It's not much more I can do other than 100% ignore her. She's still around. So, yet I'm sure he loved her money. But I don't know. I guess he just got over Robin continuing to push him to like do things with her and talk to her. And he's like, I don't want to. Whatever money she has isn't worth it. I'm making enough from TLC. I don't need her money. So he apologizes to her for the past 7 years, and she genuinely seemed to accept it and be like, oh, like, thank you. Like, Cody doesn't apologize for anything. And then right away makes it about himself. But I'm so glad that we did that you came here. Because if we would have broken up when we were still back in Vegas, I would have been angry. Because I was angry at you at that time. But now I'm over it. Now it's just sad. So I'm better. I'm good. So I'm glad you came here. You wasted 7 years of your life. So that I could move from anger to sadness and acceptance. Never once does he say, and how about you? How are you feeling? Have you moved from one to another? Or are you upset that you came? Nothing. No questions. Nothing. It was just all about Cody. The man. The man. The nerve of the man. It's crazy. Oh, goodness. Okay. Robin is a grandmother. No, it's not safe. It's perfect. On the daily. All right. Laura thinks Meri would be great. Robin's kids love her. Yeah. She does seem like very nurturing and I think she wants that. And I think she realizes she's not going to get it from, oh God, what a missed opportunity on Cody and Robin's part. She's not getting that from Leon. And to my knowledge, I don't know if Leon's planning on adopting a child or I don't even know. I don't think Leon can. I think because Leon transitioned, that's the end of that. So Leon's not going to have a child. But I don't know I haven't heard of any plans for a family. And quite frankly, I don't know how much they get together or see each other anyway. I mean, they do live in different states, but Meri could pick up and go whenever she wants to. So I don't know what's happening there. So I feel like Meri has got to really feel alone. Her one child, she's basically not talking with, and she doesn't see the future of grandchildren there. So here are these two little kids that she was completely embracing and loved spending time with that. And Robin just didn't allow it, didn't want it to happen. And those kids grew to really love Meri too. It's such a missed opportunity. It really is. And it's really rotten to Meri, knowing the situation Meri's in, how she doesn't really have any grandkids to, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more it makes me hate Robin and Cody. All right. Okay. I would like to interview Cody very much. Oh gosh, wouldn't it be fun, Jennifer? Honest to goodness. What a hoot. Oh, just coming up with a list of questions. Good night, Marie. What time is it? Oh, it's after 9. Yes, we should get going. The house was too dirty to live in. That could be it. Get me out of here. They just had to sell it and pick up and move. Who was that? Was that Lori or Lynn? Somebody said to Scarlett, ask follow-up questions. Can't wait. Just TLC, get a follow-up question. You know, it's really on TLC in the end because they're in charge of it. They're the ones that's buying this from Puddle Monkey. So they should be guiding Puddle Monkey as to how they should go. And if they're not asking follow-up questions, in the end, it's on TLC. They're the ones that are paying all the money for that. Whatever. I feel like it's better this year. It is better this year. So they are listening. Every now and then I say that. So they're watching my channel. They're not watching my channel. All right. Okay. My last line says, failed polygamist with a kilt? I don't know. No idea what the last word is. With failed polygamist with grief, maybe? I don't know what that, I have no idea. No clue. Don't know. Let me see if I have another funny comment here from before we go. Vernon says Dayton doesn't like Cody. The Dayton book? Again. Dayton, you don't strike me as somebody who really even cares about having that much money. You just keep collecting degrees. You're just like happy to live in the van. Live in a van down by the river. Or in the backyard of Robin's house. But man, you could like set yourself up for life so you could do whatever you want. Follow any hobby. Not be stuck to a 9-to-5. Gets old after a few decades of doing it. Oh, he has the stories because he's the oldest. He would understand what went down more between Robin and Preston early on in their marriage. He would have more memories of that time. He also really understood the whole transition and what was going on there. He knew what all the kids were thinking because he was friends with them. They liked Dayton. They shared things with Dayton, especially the boys, and the boys don't hold back. So he would have all that information. He would have all the information on moving to Flagstaff, how that came about. Did he apply to that university after he knew they were looking at property in Flagstaff, or did he apply first? I mean, he did get accepted to Vegas universities as well, and I believe got full scholarships. So it's hard to say just because he got the scholarship there, they moved there because he was planning on going there. I feel like Robin still had enough control over him when he was 18 that she could have said, you will go here in Vegas. That will be your decision and choice. And I find it odd that he even interviewed at Arizona or applied at Arizona. So it makes me wonder if maybe it was done after there was talk about maybe possibly looking at property over there. I don't know. But he knows. He would have all the truth to that whole story. He would have the truth to why he's in that camper in the backyard, not in an apartment somewhere in Flagstaff. Are they preventing him, or is Robin preventing him from doing it? And then he would have seen a lot of Cody behind the scenes. He's not going to spill any dirt on his mom. I get that. It's his mom. But Cody, no obligation to do right by Cody. Okay. This one I think I read last time. Kathy Ferran sent this one. And it was during one of, I'm going to delete it this time. I think if I pull it out, does that delete it? Anyway, on the one video when I was critiquing Cody's language and I was explaining and going through the logistics things, she said, Jenny, when you were talking about Cody's linguistic skills, all I could think about was Dr. Seuss's one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. I love that book. That made me smile. I read that book many, many times. And I may have read this one last time too, Gail Chambers. I'm not sure. So I know now I will delete them if I read these before. I know the earlier one I hadn't read about the pencil having no lead in it. But Gail Chambers, when we were talking about how Meri kept saying like, we didn't always have the money, but you just rob Peter to pay Paul. Everybody does it. Like, everybody doesn't do it. No, I budget. So I don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. I mean, I don't know. I guess money gets shifted around at times because this account is lower for whatever reason and this one is higher. But like the Cody Brown rob Peter to pay Paul is more like take out a loan from some organization and really owe them your life at a high interest rate because you cannot pay for things that you have committed to paying for. Get another loan to pay off this loan, like that's the world of rob Peter to pay Paul. And it did seem like growing when they had no money before the show. Janelle was like, how are we going to make this work? So Meri's like, rob Peter to pay Paul. Gail said, Meri doesn't realize yet that she's Peter and Sabin is Paul. So Sabin is robbing Peter, Meri, to pay herself. That's how it went down. It sure did. Granny D said, well said. All right, everybody. This was lovely. This was a good episode, I thought. It had some interesting stuff in it. And I think I come out of it with more questions than answers, but that's okay, as long as they get answered in the next couple episodes. I'm trying to remember the preview for next week because they did the trailer. I don't remember what next week's preview was, but I don't remember being bored by anything. I think I was so excited by the trailer. I'll be honest with you, I do not remember. Did they even say what next week was going to have, or did they just go? I think they just went right into the trailer. I don't think we know. Oh, surprise! Well, we do see in the trailer that the first scene is a continuation of the scene from this last episode. So we do see the kind of breakdown and Meri questioning herself, did I do the right thing? If that goes with the scene, which it appears that it does. So again, hopefully that's brief, that she starts to question herself because he's acting like he's tormented over leaving her. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Luckily, Jen was there. Praise Jesus. So we'll see. We'll see on Sunday night. All right, between now and then, a video will come out probably Friday or Saturday because got a lot to do tomorrow, although I'll start working on it. But then Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. My kids will all be home, but they're all leaving on Friday afternoon. So I will have time Friday night and Saturday for sure to get it out before the next episode. So good to see you all. And any questions you have or comments, you can leave them in the comments underneath the video afterwards. So I'm going to sign off as I always do. Good night, sister friends. Probably the first time I actually typed it without a typo. What do we want? We'll do a Cody, Robin. Oh, pencil, just because we talked about it. And we have to do the Meri welcome, the Meri doormat, because unfortunately that's what happened this season, or this episode. Oh, we had the Grim Reaper rearing his ugly head. I mean, kind of. And we have to have our sacred cow. All right. Oh, you don't even see what I'm doing. I'm clicking all these and they are not. Are they appearing in the chat? It's not appearing in my chat. Do you guys see me saying goodbye? I hope so. Good night, everybody. See you next week. Take care and happy